Step into my circle with the opposite of Urkel. When I pull up flying purple, people eaters couldn't bite me. I sealed the fate of Herschel, and I just leave them on the limb and hand them a business. These rappers are walking that I already killed them. Skin blanco, lyrical weapon kicking like a bronco. Head honcho, spherical presence came from the grotto. A dead rapper, rap his body in a poncho and crack.
Yes, what's up everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Supercar Diaries in South Africa. The sun just giving us a glimpse of its presence. I don't know if there could be a worse day to actually take a car like this out for driving. Oh, this is a slippery business. Thank you, Eloise, wherever you are. Anyways, an exceptionally crazy car, the Brabus Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS monster. Let's talk about this car. It is a 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, been tuned by Brabus, has its performance package on, and churns out around 600 horsepower. That doesn't sound too much, but all of that only really goes to these puppies over here at the back. And I'll tell you, it's a scary affair. We'll go for another drive and you will see what I mean.
Breaking my habits, my passion, imagine dragons, imagining her radioactive, my patterns of spitting is ridiculous. You think I'm playing mad and how I touch down in the city, like what happened, where's rising the rabbit, probably just hopping around the city with rappers.
Yo. This is quite a hairy place for this girl. With the roads wet, I'll tell you that much. Ready? What you're hearing there is the exhaust, the whole engine, the car, everything put into Sport Plus mode. You're gonna go one further and stick it into race mode, which gives us the greatest extent of giving it the beamness that there is in this car. This is literally as manic as it's gonna get. We have the traction control not off. I was told do not switch it off. What happens when we switch off the traction control completely? So it goes quite ape. Okay, it goes very ape. Just like she's all over the place. Okay, Marco, you are right. We'll keep the traction control button on. The one thing he said, when she lets go, don't tap off. I was told by the person who gave me this car, which by the way, thank you so much again for Race South Africa for just organizing us this car. Whatever you do, do not switch off the traction control, which is obviously exactly what we did. Maximum torque is 750 Newton meters, and contrary to the old Benzes I felt that had a lot of torque and all the power right low down, these guys are all up there in the rev range. This engine actually wants you to rev it up. It actually wants to be beaten. Boy oh boy, when you do, you need to hold on to the steering wheel. It's a brute monster. 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. Top speed well north of 300. I think around about 325 kilometers per hour. As we said, sends that power to the back wheels through a flappy paddle gearbox. One of the fantastic things about this car is the driving position, and that is the fact that you're really just above the rear axle, just in front of the rear axle, and then you're behind the engine, which is placed quite far back in this car just to give it really exceptional roll holding. Whoa, okay, there we go. She's tail happy in a straight line. Mudder. Optimal driving position, feeling fantastic, have to admit that. Folks, this is so quick. We're driving cars that are quicker than this, but this feels at the end of the day, isn't that really what it's about? It's just how the car makes you feel. I mean, that's why we have the segment of hot hatches. There's no way you can get 250 plus horsepower onto the front tires, onto the road, without it ending up in a huge mess. But yet you have a whole bunch of front wheel drive crazy cars. And it's just because it's so much fun. This car does not have to be the quickest. 0 to 100 does flash by in 3.6 seconds, which is no slug. And if you keep your foot buried in that carpet, it'll take you up to 325 kilometers per hour. We are talking supercar territory. And I'm driving my Benz. And you flick the switch into comfort mode and this thing just starts behaving like a very normal everyday car. And that's where they got it right, because now you can drive it every day, you can go places, you can meet people. It's got a boot, you can put things in there. It'll behave just like every other car. But it, under the skin lurks the ability to be an absolute hitman. Guys, that was an absolute blast. Thank you so much for coming out with me here in Johannesburg on a wet road in an absolutely manic car. It was fantastic having you. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel, hit that little reminder button on the side. That way you're going to get notified every time we upload a new video, because sometimes we upload them on a Wednesday for a midweek special. You can also follow us on Instagram, Novitec Group, or you can follow me personally at Beyond the Cock. We'd love to have you guys on board. So leave us some comments. What do you think about this car? What do you think about the idea that we're showing you non-Novitec cars? Is that a bit too whack? Should we stick only to our brands, or should we carry on showing you guys the odd, crazy other thing? And if yes, let us know what you would like to see. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye. That was a gnarly slide, eh? Mad thing, this. It's got to be one of the best looking cars, really. Man, I love this Benz. I love this Benz. Freaking Benz. Why do you make such a good car?